So Anthony Edwards of Georgia is widely considered to be the top overall player in this year's draft class, and he's number 5 on my board. And I'm frequently asked, why is he number 5? And I can tell you guys in words, but I think making this video will help you guys better understand why I am lower on him. So this is his final game of the year versus Ole Miss, and this is mostly defensive clips, but I have some offensive plays mixed in as well. Going to start off with a pick and roll possession here. Edwards gets the ball, number 10 sets a screen, and these two defenders are going to hard press him. So the roll man's going to be wide open, a lot of open space. I mean, this guy is up on his man. He could play some help defense from the weak side, which would leave him open in the corner. But what Edwards does is he just dribbles right into the defender. Turnover. I mean, worst comes to worst. Give it to number 15. Don't just dribble right into the defender. Now we have a situation here where Edwards and this guy, number 10, don't communicate. They end up doubling this guy, leaving a wide open player in the corner. And 10 is forced to make a wild closeout while Edwards sort of just walks around. Just lack of defensive communication here by these two. Similar situation again right here. Exact same scenario. Wide open guy in the corner. He ends up missing both shots, but still bad defense. Here Edwards is playing defense on Breein Tyree, one of the best guards in the SEC. 2 gambles, steal attempts, not keeping his man in front of him. So here's a possession where Ole Miss is doing some cutting, screening type action. Edwards is standing there. He can see it all coming. And what Edwards ends up doing is he sticks with his man and calls for 10 to do the same. But 10 really didn't have a chance at sticking with his guy there since he was screened. Edwards just needs to be aware that this is a situation where he needs to switch because he can't leave wide open number 3 under the hoop for a layup. So on this next play, Edwards does a good job recognizing the lane is totally clogged, but he takes a really difficult one-handed floater. That's just a tough shot to make. Another pick and roll possession. This one's a little different. Edwards gets the ball, sees Tyree way off there, defensive attention up there, swings it to the corner, easy layup. Great play. Another great play here in transition, recognizing an open guy here, number 30. He has his eyes up, sees him the whole way. Great possession. Show it again one more time. Totally unnecessary gamble here. Goes for the steal, leaves number 5, his man, wide open under the hoop. Easy layup. Another more positive play here. This guard cuts in. Edwards is over here in the corner. Does a great job relocating to catch that pass. Makes a catch and shoot 3. Probably the best play of the game for him. Notice here how Edwards has his back to the ball handler, can't see what's going on at all. There he is under the hoop. And he can't see what's going on around him and ends up just getting pushed out of the lane. Guy gets an easy putback. This one isn't all Edwards' fault. I mean, this is just poor communication by the Georgia defense. This guy, number 20, comes to tag here, leaving him wide open, and Edwards comes down to defend this guy. Maybe number 20 called something out in the game. On TV, we can't see. But regardless, Edwards kind of just running around in the middle of nowhere at this point. This guy's wide open. Pump fake. And then it seemed like he sort of got out of the way of the driver there. Another play where Edwards just isn't getting back on defense. Gets spun around. Ends up chasing. Has his back to the ball handler again. Drives right by him. Lays it in. I'll show this again. I mean, he just gets spun around, isn't paying attention, isn't getting back on defense, and gives up an easy bucket. In my opinion, this is where Edwards is at his best offensively. Look at him driving to the hole, hangs in the air, really opens things up for his teammates when he drives. Wide open guy right there, hits him. Here's another one where Edwards has his back to the ball handler, cannot see what's going on at all. And I get he wants to be pressed up on Tyree there because he's Ole Miss's best scorer, but look what happens here. Had he been facing the right way, he would have had a steal. What ends up happening? Ole Miss gets a shot, gets another opportunity, and they score. Here he is visibly irritated after a miss and doesn't get back on defense, leading to a foul. Here's one where Edwards isn't really doing anything, standing around. This guy with the headband comes in, and it's not his man, but still boxes Edwards out, gets the rebound. That's Edwards' man in the corner, so that's partially his fault, but no communication. Two guys contest. Look at number 3, wide open. Takes the shot. Edwards still walking around there. Put back slam. I mean, this is poor defense from number 10 too. That's his man who gets that offensive board, but Edwards is there. He's got a box out. And just zero communication at all. Another play I love here. Gets the ball, has Tyree on his heels, drives in, gets the foul call. Then obviously, still super athletic. Look at this play on the alley-oop. Times his jump perfectly, finishes with a slam. This is really nitpicky of me since the game is over, but look where he's standing defensively. Nowhere near his man. Edwards' lack of intensity really concerns me. I mean, this is an SEC tournament game, and he's not showing any energy or effort on the defensive end. And I know he's tired. He played the entire game, 40 minutes, but he's taking every defensive possession off. It just seems lazy. And even at the beginning of the game, he was taking possessions off. It's an SEC tournament game. There's no excuse for this kind of defense. Despite his physical tools and raw scoring ability, if I'm an NBA team, I have a hard time justifying picking this player number 1 or maybe even top 3.